the founders who led from the front. Based on publicly available information as of July 2025, Travis Kalanick, Uber's co-founder and former CEO. Before Uber became a global name, Travis Kalanick himself got behind the wheel. He wasn't just testing the system, he was living it. He wanted to understand what drivers experienced each day, how passengers reacted, and where the pain points were. He experimented with pricing, tracked rider feedback, and even handled complaints personally. Some passengers were shocked to discover their driver was the CEO of Uber, but that hands-on approach gave Kalanick insights that shaped the company's early rise. Garrett Camp, Uber's co-founder. Garrett Camp also hit the road. A billionaire tech entrepreneur didn't need the extra income, but he wanted perspective. He drove undercover, studying the app from both sides, driver and passenger. Occasionally, he'd surprise riders by revealing who he was. His feedback led to small but vital improvements that made the app smoother and more reliable for drivers. Early Uber executives and investors. In Uber's early startup days, the first employees and investors, including Bill Gurley and Ryan Graves, also took the wheel. They wanted to experience the service firsthand, to understand how pricing, mapping, and user experience worked in the real world. They weren't just building a company, they were living it. David Einhorn, billionaire hedge fund manager. In 2017, New York passengers unknowingly rode with billionaire investor David Einhorn, founder of Greenlight Capital. He wasn't looking for a side hustle, he was studying the gig economy. His short stint as a driver exposed the fragile economics many drivers faced: thin margins, high expenses, and algorithmic uncertainty. It gave him a new lens for analyzing Uber's business model and its impact on ordinary workers. Joe Gebbia, Airbnb co-founder. Joe Gebbia took a different route. As Airbnb's co-founder, he drove for Uber to study human behavior. He observed how strangers interacted in confined spaces and how trust was built or broken during shared rides. Longer trips, he noticed, created deeper conversations. Those small human insights later helped shape more authentic and comfortable experiences for Airbnb guests. Will Ahmed, CEO of Whoop. In 2015, Will Ahmed, founder of the fitness tech company Whoop, became an Uber driver for research. He interviewed drivers about their daily routines and used wearable sensors to track their sleep, stress, and recovery. The data revealed widespread fatigue, too little rest, too many hours on the road. Those findings informed new features in Whoop's devices to help users manage recovery more intelligently. Anonymous real estate investor, California 2018. A millionaire real estate investor in California began driving Uber for fun, and maybe a little curiosity. He enjoyed listening to people's stories and occasionally found opportunity hidden in conversation. Once, a passenger mentioned selling a property. It turned into a deal. Over time, he closed several investments born from casual chats in the car. Retired Wall Street trader, New York. A retired trader took to New York streets not for profit, but for people. He loved meeting young professionals and entrepreneurs, offering them advice between red lights. One passenger later hired him as a consultant, proof that sometimes chance meetings are the best networking events of all. Shaquille O'Neal, NBA legend and businessman. Shaq took things further. In a playful social experiment, he disguised himself, wigs, hats, fake accents, and drove for Lyft. Most passengers never recognized him until the reveal. Though part of a marketing campaign, Shaq later admitted he loved hearing people's stories and connecting with strangers on their daily commutes. Vladimir Putin, before politics. After the collapse of the Soviet Union, Vladimir Putin reportedly drove a taxi to make ends meet while charting his next move. Though he seldom discusses it, that uncertain chapter came just before his political ascent, proof that even world leaders have navigated the in-between spaces of ordinary life. Demi Lovato, the undercover Lyft experiment. In August 2016, during her Future Now tour with Nick Jonas, pop star Demi Lovato went undercover as a Lyft driver in Denver. Using the alias Sam, she donned sunglasses and a cap, picking up unsuspecting riders while casually dropping clues about her true identity. She mentioned wanting to be a singer, hinted at touring with her ex-boyfriend's brother, and even sang a few lines from Camp Rock. No one caught on, until the big reveal at the end. The stunt, later shared online, showed her easy humor and genuine curiosity about people's lives. So, why do they do it? When the rich and powerful take the driver's seat, it's rarely for the paycheck. For some, it's curiosity. For others, empathy. A few do it to test ideas or to stay grounded in reality. Behind every short trip and small talk is a search for insight, an attempt to understand how technology, trust, and humanity intersect. Because sometimes the backseat is the best classroom, and the open road remains the most honest mirror there is.